Hey, this is Mr. Easton with Homework Help. We're going to talk about mixed numbers and improper fractions today. So before we get started, just wanted to do a quick review. The numerator of every fraction tells you how many pieces you guys are counting, or how many pieces there are, how many pieces you're talking about, how many pieces you have, that kind of thing. So in this fraction, we have 5 pieces. And the denominator tells you the size of the pieces, or the number of pieces the whole is split into. So in this fraction, we have 5 pieces that are 1/2 size. Okay, the denominator is 2, which means our pieces are halves. So how many halves do we have in 5 halves? We have 5. Anyway, we're going to look at first turning an improper fraction into a mixed number. So in this screen we have 8/5, and I've pulled out 8 1/5 tiles just to illustrate that it takes 8 1/5 tiles to make 8/5. So the next thing you would do is you try to figure out how many holes you can replace the fifths with. And so on the next screen, we'll show you. I took a hole and I covered up 5 1/5 pieces. So 8/5 turns into 1 3/5 because we have one hole replacing 5 of the fifths, and we have 3/5 left that are not being replaced. So 1 3/5. And so an example without fraction tiles here, because I think that would be this is the way we've been practicing in class lately. So for 7/4, we're going to start by drawing a box. We're going to split that box into the denominator number of pieces, so 4 pieces in this case. And then I've been telling the kids, shade in 7 of them. And since you can't with just one box, you have to draw a second box, split into 4 pieces. And now we're going to shade in 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we have now is we have one hole and we have 3/4. So 7/4 is 1 3/4. Okay, so let's look at go in the opposite direction, turning mixed numbers into fractions. So we have 1 2/3 here, and the question really becomes how many 1/3 pieces do we have? So in the next screen, I put some 1/3 underneath our one hole. We have 5 1/3 pieces that it takes to make 1 2/3. So 1 2/3 as a fraction is 5/3. So we're going to look at an example of that when we draw out 2. So for 2 1/3, I'm going to draw a picture of 2 1/3. Draw a box, cut into thirds. I'm going to draw another box, cut into thirds. There's my 2 holes. Draw another box, cut into thirds. And I'm going to shade in 2 holes. 1, 2, and 1/3. And so now what I do is I count the number of pieces that I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so I have 7/3. And that is how you turn a mixed number into an improper fraction using a visual model. We kind of started diving into talking about other strategies besides drawing a picture, but it is important that they are able to model this. And so on the homework, it's going to ask for models for a couple of the questions. And it is fine if you're not sure another strategy to use the model for all of them. This has been Mr. Easton with Homework Help. Good luck, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.